Hey guys, Francis here, and welcome. We're going to do a couple of series to stretch your back. Do you ever wonder how your back got so tight? Like, when did that happen? When did my back get so tight? Well, I find it happen a lot with my students, and here's a series that I use often that is really helpful. It's a number of different moves, and we'll just go through them right now. Okay, ready? Here we go. First one, feet together, knees apart, hands to ankles. Now, if you know that you're tight in the hamstrings, let me just back up for a second. If you know you can do 90 degrees of hip flexion with this leg straight up toward the air, then your hamstrings are tight, are open enough that when you're seated upright, you can easily have your pelvis neutral, right? So you're not, if your pelvis were a bowl, you're not spilling water out of the back of the pelvic bowl. If that's the case for you, you have to really be careful with these forward folds. If your pelvis is spilling back like that, it's a posterior pelvic tilt it's called, then and you go to stretch to move your head forward, that's a lot of pressure on the back. So we don't want that. So how do we avoid that if we have that tightness? So what we do is we use a prop. So I'm looking for a prop here. Here we go. I've got a blanket here. So I'm going to take a blanket and you can fold it up a couple of times. You can fold it up more if you need. But basically, if you elevate the pelvis, right, it will make it more possible for you to get that pelvic bowl so that you're not spilling water out of the back of it. Okay, that's where you have to start. Now, if that's still happening, then you're better off doing a lot of stretching for your hamstrings, lying on your back with a strap. So that would be something like this, like so. Stretching with your back flat. You want to do a lot of that to get those hamstrings nice and open. A lot of other things we can kind of go into there, but right now we're talking about the forward folds. So you're either going to use a prop to elevate your pelvis if you need to, right? You can also bend the knees a little bit, whatever you need to do to get that pelvis upright. So the other thing is to push with your hands from the back to help work the lift, okay? So we'll move forward sort of from just the regular sort of upright position. And if that's not happening for you, then there's some back opening work we can look into on another video. But for now, starting with an upright pelvis, feet together, work the lift of the low back and bring your belly button forward first. So thinking of these whole series with the pelvic bowl in mind, spilling water out of the front of the pelvic bowl. Okay, not out of the back. Spilling out of the front, and then let the elbows come in front of your shin bones, let your head come down. Now, if you're tight, you might not come down that far, and that's okay. But we're gonna come into this stretch, and we'll do it in real time. We'll take 5 long breaths right here. Take a full breath in, let the weight of the head go. Big breath in, big breath out, big breath in, big breath out. That's 3. 2 more long breaths right here. One more, here we go. And then let's gently come up. So that's number 1. Number 2, start with the legs forward, hold on to your right shin bone. Sit up tall. Use that leverage to help you lift the low back, and then knee out to the side, right? From that upright position, tilt the pelvis. Reach your belly button forward and let the body come over the legs. Let your head go. Big breath in. Big breath out. And it doesn't matter how far down you go, right? So you might be here, and that's okay. As long as you're just beyond center, then you're good. All right, big breath in. Big breath out. 3 more like this. Here we go. Nice big breath in. Big breath out. 2 more. One more. Here we go. Start to gently come up. We'll get ready for the second side. Hold on to your left shin bone. Work the lift the low back first. Knee out. Work the tilt. Belly button forward. Release the body over. 5 long breaths. Nice inhale. Nice exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more right here. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, and the next one we'll do in two ways. So a lot of times you hear about like energizing legs and kind of coming into it from that way. We're going to do that, but first we're going to just let the legs relax. So let the legs relax. You get benefit from doing things in different ways. So it's going to open up a little differently than otherwise. Same thing though with the pelvis is upright. Again, give it a push if you need. Tilt the pelvis, release the body over. And again, legs are just relaxed. And here we're going to do again 5 breaths in each place. Your hands can go wherever feels comfortable. Okay, you can have them on your legs, on the floor, reach forward, whatever feels good. Let your head go. Counting on my fingers if you haven't noticed. Inhale. Nice. Exhale. Again, inhale. And if you're just watching this so far, get up and join me. Right, just do a little bit each day goes a long way. You have 2 more. Really want you to feel the benefit of this so that your back can be freer and easier. Now we're going to do that active energized leg version. So flex the feet, work the lift here, work the tilt, reach your belly button forward, let your body go. 5 long breaths. Here we go. Counting on my fingers. Nice full inhale. Nice full exhale. Every inhale, you can think of lengthening a little bit more through your spine. Every exhale is a little further into the release. Think of forward as you lengthen. And then release. Let's do 2 more just like that. Big breath in. Nice exhale. 1 more. Let the head go. I'm not letting mine go now because I feel like I can talk to you guys better. But let your head go. Okay, now let's gently come up from that one. I like to put that both legs forward one kind of in the middle of the series because sometimes that's the hardest one. And I don't want you to end up like with kind of feeling defeated at all. So kind of put that hard one in the middle. Okay, so next one, we're going to go feet wide. So widen the feet. Sometimes this one's really challenging for a lot of my students. So you want to just take it as it goes. So if your feet are here, that's okay. Main thing, again, is always working from the pelvis. Always working from the pelvis first, right? So you feel that lift, 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 right? So if you're okay with the feet wide, then that's okay. But you still move from that lift of the pelvis first, right? Hands behind is not a bad option. You work to lift up and then tilt the pelvis. Bring your belly button forward. Hands grounded on the floor is a really great thing to do. When you do that, it just gives you, again, a touch point, like a grounding point. So even if it's closer, it's fine. Meanwhile, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release a little further into it. And if you're okay coming further, that's all right. You can kind of continue to walk your hands forward, but initiate from the pelvis. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen. I'm focusing right now on my lower body, kind of lengthening and releasing, tilting to spill more water out of the front of the pelvic bowl. And you for sure feel that inner thigh stretch. Now, you can, again, on all of these, let the weight of your head go and release down. On this one, especially if you want to reach the arms as far forward as you can, right? That's going to be a good place that you can go. Now, as you come out of this one, use your hands behind your knees to then bend the legs. We come next into the fire log pose, Agni Stambhasana. So basically, I like that it's called fire log pose because you think of your shin bones like fire logs, and you don't want them willy-nilly, you want to stack them. Now you could flex the feet and have your feet roughly underneath your knees. So it's different than regular cross-legged where your feet are closer. Your feet are going to be further away from each other, and your whole shin bone's a little further away from you. So you can use your hands to walk your tush back a little bit. When you look down, you see an open space of a triangle there, flexing your feet. Now lift the low back, tilt the pelvis, tilt, 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 reach forward, reach your arms forward. Inhale, get long through the spine. Exhale, release a little bit further forward. Now remember, what you can do again is to let the head go. You're still working that inhale, lengthen, exhale, release thing we talked about. And wherever the arms feel comfortable is fine. I'm a fan of bringing them forward. You can try that. Let's do 2 more breaths right here. So gently come back up. Let's get ready for the second side. So unravel, re-ravel with the other shin bone in front. Other shin bone in front. I'm going to move back a little bit. So other shin bone in front. Flex the feet. Lift up tall. Tilt, spill forward, reach your belly button forward, walk your hands forward, big breath, lengthen. Exhale, belly button moves forward and down. Again, inhale and exhale. You can close your eyes and relax what you can. Inhale. Let your head release. Let's do 2 more long breaths right here. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. Start to slowly, slowly make your way out of this one. Okay, so that's a couple of series there, a couple movements that you can use to release your back. And hopefully you're going to feel over time that as you work that properly, work from the lift of the low back, the tilt of the pelvis, you're really going to feel a nice opening in your back. Be patient with yourself. Allow the weight of your head to release toward the floor. That will help as well with gravity. And, just give yourself time to open up. If anything ever doesn't feel okay, always, again, remember to ease back. But as long as you're feeling good and you're flowing and going on that one, a little bit more release and opening for your back is our goal. So I hope that helps. And if you like this video, then please feel free to subscribe, and we can get you more helpful hints to keep your body nice and mobile and feeling good. Thanks so much. Take care and have a great day. Bye.